Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're going to create our player character. So, in order to do that, we are first going to go to our hierarchy. We're going to right-click, create a 2D object, a sprite, and this time I'm going to use the capsule. Right, I'm going to make it a bit of an orange color so it stands out nicely. And then I'm going to give him an eye so I can say which way he is looking. So I'm going to right click again, create a 2D object, a sprite, and I'll make it a circle. I'm going to use my move tool to move it up. It is a little bit large, so let's move it to the front by changing the Z axis to -1. And I'm going to rescale it down to 0.2 on the X and the Y axis. Right, and now I'll just position it somewhere that I'm happy with. And that is going to be my player. So I'm going to select both the capsule and the circle. Right click, create an empty parent. I'm going to name him player. Now in order for our player to be able to stand on any of our grounds, we need to give it a collider. So I'm going to add a component. I'm going to type in COL. And I want to add a capsule collider 2D. Right, now you can see our collider here, this green. And you can see it doesn't quite line up with our capsule. So I'm going to go to my capsule. You can see that the position is not quite 0, 0, so I'm going to set it to 0 and 0. Right, and then I'm going to need to move my eye again, go back to player, and I'm going to rescale the size of the capsule. Right, so on the X, I'm going to set it to 1. On the Y, I'm going to set it to 2. Right, so now we've got a collider. It will be able to interact with our ground objects. What I want to do next is I want to be able to manipulate our player and make him jump and move. To be able to do that, I'm going to add a rigid body. So I'm going to type in RE. Right, and we're playing a 2D game, so we need to make sure it's a 2D collider. Now to stop our player here from falling over constantly because he is a capsule shape, I'm going to go down to constraints and I'm going to freeze his rotation on the Z axis. He'll still be able to move on the X and Y. It'll just stop him from falling over. Now that I've done that, I'm going to shrink my player down so I can't see the sprites. And I'm just going to move him over here so he's a little bit off the ground. Alright, that's it for this video, ladies and gents. I'm going to cover the scripting and movement of our player in the next video. Catch you there.